Morning, this is Brian. Today is Tuesday, March 7th, 2023, and I'm here at Rancho Mission Canyon in San Diego. Looks like I got some pretty good options to explore this canyon today. So, let's see. And looks like our California bush sunflowers or Pensalia californicas are just exploding right now. Exploding in color as I start my next canyon journey. This is a really nice looking canyon. Today I really wasn't motivated to do a really hard big mountain climb type hike today. I just felt like exploring another one of our canyons, so that's why I'm in one of them today. I'm going to see what interesting finds I will encounter today. There's a nice beautiful toyon right here. Nice heteromeles or budifolia. It's got a big wood rat nest in the middle of its trunks. This is really cool. This is a very nice bushy toyon too. Very lush in contrast to a lot of the other specimens I've seen here. Oh, there's a trail going down here. Well, certainly going to have to take this. I had to spend some time exploring this canyon. Now, last week, I was talking about mud sage and black sage, and that black sage wasn't really blooming. Well, 1 week later, black sage is blooming pretty fiercely over here. It's already opening up. This is Salvia mellifera right here. This is the black sage, and it's in bloom right now over here. Very nicely, I may add. I was up at Mission Trails this time last week, and the black sages hadn't really even started yet. The mud sage, however, was. Okay, so I'll go down this trail. It's going to become a little bit of a overgrown miniature bushwhack over here, so I guess it doesn't get much traffic here, maybe? There's a little bushwhack coming down here. Okay, very interesting. So it leads down here. I think it's just a little offshoot. Let's see what's down here. Just leads down to this little rivulet down here at the base of the canyon. Right in this arroyo willow thicket right here. Wow, okay. It was just a little offshoot. I was thinking it was going to be a trail. Well, hey. Explore our local canyons. Oh boy. Okay. So let's see what kind of botanical treasures I'm going to find today. Kind of interesting stuff. Got some young coast live oaks down here, getting their new leaves already. Look at that. How pretty is that? That must be another one of those weird offshoots. I think it leads up to the playground area. Wow. Look at the large fresh leaves on this coast live oak right here. Very nice sized. All right. Wow, this is beautiful. Not gonna lie, this is beautiful. willows down there. Yeah, there's another trail down there somewhere too. So I want to get down to the riparian area. Does it go through here? I think it does. Lots of little mini trails, it looks like. Yeah, actually I don't think this is a trail. I don't think. There's a boardwalk over there. Yeah, this isn't an actual trail. That's Fremont Cottonwood right there. Yeah, this isn't an actual trail. There's a spot down there. That's where I'm parked. It's on a street called Marjoram Avenue. Get it off of Mission Gorge. Pretty short drive from my house to get here. So, okay. I was expecting this to be another small coast live oak, but no. This is a huge lemonade sumac right here. This is a big one. Oh, wow. Rusa tegrifolia. This is a nice, thick specimen. Wow. What an incredible specimen. Gosh. This is a very verdant canyon. And here is the trail. This must lead down to that little spot I kind of saw from up above. Ooh, yeah, this is beautiful. Ah, the sound of that bird always puts me in a good mood. Canea fasciata. Ah, here's a nice Fremont cottonwood. Populus fremontii, subspecies fremontii. And arroyo willows. I'm going to be developing seed capsules soon. Well, my battery's about to die out pretty soon. I'll see you on the next clip. Alright. So I'm following this side trail. Let's see where this leads. So it looks like it's got a couple of ins and outs. That'll make for a very adventurous hike today. This is a really, really nice canyon. Gotta say. Look at how large these lemonade sumacs are. Oh, there's a big scrub oak in here too. It's a couple of huge scrub oaks actually. But look at this lemonade sumac. Nice. Oh, this is cool. I love this. Oh yeah, we got scrub oaks up here too. Oh, nice. These are probably the Quercus acutidens type. Some pretty large ones over here. These are more deciduous. These ones lost their leaves and now they're starting to grow new ones, I think. Nice canyon. Oh man. Not surprised it's a nice canyon, but each of these canyons has its own special flavor. Just wondering if I'm going to spotlight anything today. I hope so. Very nice sumac stands up here. Oh, it's muddy over here. Watch my step. All right. Well, I'll see you up the way. There's gonna be a lot of video shot here today. Wow, this canyon is awesome. Whoa, this is cool. A very fine stand of Rus integrifolia or lemonade berry, lemonade sumac. Oh. I hear a few frogs croaking down in the canyon. We're kind of on a north-facing slope above the canyon bottom. That's why it's so thick with lemonade berry up here. That's why it's so thick and vegetated nicely. I mean, these will grow on south-facing slopes, but when you get them on a north-facing slope, that's when they get huge and sprawled out like crazy. Got a muddy area right here. Just gotta walk kind of carefully on top of it. All right. Black sage is really thick over here too. One thing I noticed is the toyons. Some of the toyons here are very large too. Tall, luscious specimens here. Some of this trail's still pretty muddy after last week, last Wednesday. This is gorgeous. Leads up to the top of the canyon rim. If it doesn't, I'll get some good views down here. Probably going to lead to a neighborhood access point, I imagine. Ooh, look at this lemonade berry. It's already growing its drupes. Wow. This one's already fruiting. How beautiful is that? That is so cool. Just about at a neighborhood access point. Whew, it's a steep one. Let's see. boy, almost hit the road. Maybe not. Maybe not a cul-de-sac over here. Ooh, it's a steep little climb. Alright, let's see where this leads. Ooh, that was a nice little climb to get up here. It's nice up here. Wonder where this is going to lead. Kind of curious. Oh, you see the mesa formations, the mesa topography, those flat top ridges in the background. We're on one of them right now. But some of these are a little bit higher up. Okay. I was expecting to visit the other side of the canyon. But, alright. Catch you on the next clip. Okay, so it seems like I'm making way more towards the southerly part of maybe a southern branch of this canyon. This is absolutely spectacularly beautiful. Right on this beautiful stand of coast cholla, Puntia prolifera, of course lemonade berry, lemonade sumac, all over the place. Like coast prickly pear, this probably coast prickly pear. There could be some hybridization between coast prickly pear and the non-native Indian fig cactus or mission fig cactus, and that would be Opuntia ficus indica. But this is a spectacular area. Really enjoying this. This is a really good area to hike. And the California sagebrush, the Artemisia californica over here is really perfuming the air right now. I'm wondering where this is going to lead. I think there's habitation down there, I think. I don't know. Here's a non-native tree. Oh yeah. Looks like Wilga, I think. Something different about this one, though. Almost look like Gager parviflora, but the leaves don't look exactly the same, so kind of have to file that in. Not sure yet category. What a beautiful place this is. Looks like this trail goes on for a while. I may as well follow it and enjoy it. If I have to, I can always explore more parts of this canyon on another time, but I just want to see what's going down over here. Looks like this goes down the canyon. Just want to see what's down there. Maybe. Oh yeah, looks like we're going down canyon again. This little southeastern offshoot. Wow. Let's see if I hear water down there. We're about to go through a tunnel of lemonade sumac, or lemonade berry. That's what I love about these urban canyons. There's so much to explore. This is incredible. I don't know if this drops down all the way in the canyon, but I think the bottom of the canyon, as we're going towards the head of this ravine here, I'm going to assume that oh, maybe not. I'm going to assume that the lower portions of the canyon are going to raise up too. Look at that. There's running water down there. I can hear it. Looks like we got school bells. Decelostephanum capitatum capitatum. Decelostemma. Blooming up here. And of course, California 4 o'clock, or wishbone bush, Mirabilis laevis variety crassifolia. Look at this. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. And here's that California wishbone plant up close. Oh man. And of course, San Diego bush sunflower, the Bahiopsis, is blooming up here too. Yeah, I hear a frog down there. It's a frog croaking. Baja chorus frog or Baja tree frog. I can hear the water down there. I can hear it. This canyon's gorgeous, man. And I'm gonna have to start looking at my phasalias. Ooh! I told you earlier about Ensalia californica, California bush sunflower. Well, here's one of its closest relatives, the brittle bush, or the desert brittle bush, Ensalia farinosa. I guess that's growing here too. Okay, pretty neat. I get a few pictures and then keep working my way along this trail here. Okay, so I'm not that far from the rim of the canyon. This is spectacular. This has got to be one of the most scenic canyons I've visited yet. Each one I visit seems to be even more amazing than the previous one. Now I notice a bunch of rush plants growing up here and a bunch of sedges. So I was thinking, why are they growing up here, high up on this south-facing slope? At first I was thinking, before I came up to this point, oh, there's still some mud from the rain, but I think there's an underground seep keeping these plants that you normally find in the canyon bottoms growing up here. Like here's an arroyo willow right here on a dry south-facing slope, or what it would appear to be. But I think there's a spring, unless it's somebody's irrigation acting like a spring or seep. So I know there's a bunch of riparian plants growing high up here, just feet away from cholla and prickly pear cactus. So it must be either a seep or somebody's irrigation system. Look at that. Ah, beautiful canyon. Those beautiful fan palms too. Yes, I know they're not natives and they do take resources from native plants, but just look how many there are. I just think they're so cool looking when they're growing in our canyons. So, yeah, just part of being a plant lover. Look at that. Those are beautiful fan palms too. Beautiful Washingtonia robustas. Morning. Oh my God. Look at this population of fish hook cactus. Mammillaria dioica. This is fish hook cactus. Not a very extremely common find in my experience here in the coastal canyons. You'll find this one, Mammillaria dioica, and you'll find another one, Mammillaria tetra and sister, also in our deserts. But here it is, right here. Look at this, and they're in bloom. Oh, and of course, being a rock wall, Dudleya pulverulenta. Oh, it's like a natural rock garden right here. And it looks like we got stinging lupine right here, Lupinus hirsutissimus, it looks like. And here's a Selaginella, a spike moss. Probably Selaginella bigelovii. I believe that's Bigelow spike moss right there, I believe. Which is actually more aligned with ferns than mosses, believe it or not. And then Bachyopsis laciniata. Cannot wait till these go and bloom this year, the chalk dudleyas. So yeah, that was a fish hook cactus, and they're blooming. Okay. I don't know, something told me that the botany would be insane today, and sure enough, the botany's insane. So we're getting ready to come out on a road. Alright, so I'm seeing, here's another Mammillaria dioica. Gosh, fish hook cactus. And I've said this in other videos, and I'll keep saying it over and over again. I am jealous of the people who live on the rims of these urban canyons. Now, coming here, I see many more reasons to be jealous. I don't mean that in a hateful way. I mean, in a playful way, like funny. But I am jealous. You can hear the chorus frogs croaking out of the canyons at night. But on the other side of the coin, I do live close enough to where I can come to these spots even after work. Even if I had to go to work the next day, I can still come out here and kick it. What a cool canyon. So now I know this trail leads to the street, which I don't know the name of right now. Just an easy look up on Google Maps or Google Earth. Wow. Here's some more fishhook cactus. Right in the middle of those invasive mustards. Okay. Fishhook cactus. I think it's the first time I've seen it since moving back. I've seen it in Ruffin Canyon, Mammillaria dioica. I've seen that one before. So it's not like I haven't seen it before. But now I can vouch for having found it over here too. It seems like they like to grow definitely on the south-facing slopes with the California buckwheats and other cactus species. I can see all the bees swarming. They're loving these mustard flowers. And of course we got Amsinkia. I believe that's Amsinkia intermedia.
Cactuses, yeah?
Yeah, there's even a rare fishhook cactus. See these little ones right here? The ones that are kind of fuzzy?
Yeah.
I don't see those very often.
That's pretty cool. I didn't notice that one.
Yeah, there are a bunch of them going down this way and they're blooming too.
Oh, that's so cool.
So yeah, they seem to like it kind of where it's kind of bare.
Too,
yeah.
Oh, that's very cool.
Yeah, this is very awesome over here.
Are you from here?
Well, I live in Santee, but yeah, this is the first time in Navajo Canyon. I mean,
Nice
not Rancho Mission Canyon.
It's nice over here. There's usually no one around.
I know.
Yeah, it's super nice.
It's very quiet and peaceful.
It's really nice. Yeah, thanks for showing me.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Oh, it's a fishhook cactus, Mammillaria dioica.
That's very cool.
Yeah, it's one of two species here in San Diego County. There's another one that lives more out towards the desert, but this one grows with it out there
I
too.
wonder if someone brought him here, or the birds.
No, oh, they're native.
Oh, they are. I see.
Just like the coast cholla and the coast prickly pear, they're all natives here.
It's so cool.
I know.
You made me stop when you were taking pictures to appreciate more.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I take videos for my YouTube channel,
Yeah.
and I take hikes. I go up to peaks and mountains, but I also point out the plants along the way.
Are you on San Diego hiking, or it's through your own channel?
It's just my own thing.
Oh, that's so cool. Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, this is very cool. Well, I appreciate you.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm glad you got to see some really neat stuff. This is a good place.
Yeah, it is. My grandparents always loved cactus.
All right. I think the video ran out. I was having a conversation with a local hiker about some of the plants found here in our canyon. And here we go. Cacellostemma capitatum. School bells. There's another name that sounds a little less politically correct, and you can look up the Cacellostemma capitatum on the computer, and you can find that name. I'm not going to mention it. It sounds politically incorrect. But here we are, nearing the end of the canyon. I'm going to have to turn around and start exploring the other portions of this awesome place. See, this is why I think some of the prickly pear cactus plants in our area are hybrids. It's because of this here. This is the non-native Puntia ficus indica. So I'm pretty sure that some of these are going to have hybrid status. And me, as a somewhat amateur botanist, might have difficulty discerning. Here we are, Rancho Mission Canyon. I don't even know the name of this street here. I'll look it up. I really didn't look at the names of the streets. I just figured I would come to a spot over by where the park is, and that's where I'd start my adventure. And now we're going to start heading downhill. Should be a predominantly downhill hike back to where I came out, and then I can explore some of the lower portions of the canyon on the other side. So I'm glad I made this side trip here, but I think there might be another branch besides the one I started in. So I'm hoping for that, because I'm really enjoying this awesome canyon. This is an absolutely spectacular place to come visit. It's like with a lady just talk about how really peaceful these places are, and they are. All right. Oh, look at some big shock dudley. Oh yeah. Even plants I've seen many times before. You see them in a new light when you come to these places. Yeah, look at this beautiful old wrinkly stemmed coast cholla, and some more huge chalk dudleya rosettes right here. So this is what we call coastal sage scrub to the extreme. This is the Diegan sage scrub, or Diegan coastal sage scrub, and this is the type of sage scrub which is pretty common in the coastal portions of California, ranging from Baja up to Northern California. And the Diegan coastal sage scrub is a special type because it has a higher species variability, or higher variety of different types of plants. Of course, I missed that on the way down, but right there in the center, that's a coast barrel cactus right there. Phaerocactus viridescens. So, well, this is a really good lesson in local botany here. So, I mean, just pointing out these beautiful fishhook cactus. We have a very high diversity of cactaceae here, or cactus family plants, which, you know, coast cholla, coast prickly pear, mission prickly pear, non-native of course, but just an insane diversity here. That's why I like exploring different canyons, even though most of the key species are pretty much the same in each canyon. But you go to each canyon, you'll find these little intricate differences, these little places that have these little neat little niches, little nooks, and you can see some really cool different stuff, different things that just make these canyons all worth exploring. Plus the view up here ain't bad either. You can see over towards Soledad Mountain over by La Jolla, and you can see the flat tops of these mesas and these beautiful canyons that are literally just dug in by water and erosion over the years. So I'm gonna start heading back. I'm probably not gonna film as much on the way back to the point where I left the main trail. So I'll see you down the way. Well, you know, something else probably will pop up. I won't be surprised. So don't be surprised if I do film some more. But otherwise, I'll see you down the way with more updates. Alright, so working my way back, had to stop and film a spotlight on those fishhook cactus plants. I couldn't help it. I had to. Yeah, I've been noticing there are more fishhook cactus plants growing on this side downhill too, especially a little further up. I can see some down that way too. But we got a nice population in this canyon. Yeah, in that video, I had to also do a public service announcement. I was mentioning that, pleased mentioning that, a lot of people like to collect cactus plants out of the wild and take them home and grow them in their gardens. But I urge against that, especially with rare, not so common plants found out here. So I'll kind of repeat a little bit of what I said about that. The fishhook cactus is not an extremely common plant in my experience, and I'd hate to see us lose it because of people pulling plants out of the wild, and I am extremely against pulling plants out of the wild. If you can legally obtain seeds, like go to an accredited seed seller, then go by all means. I mean, it would be a plant I would love to grow too. Just don't go yanking plants out of the soil and taking them out of their natural habitat. So, look at these school bells. These things are really going buck wild right now. Yes, the Calostemma capitatum capitatum. I believe it's divided into subspecies. So yeah. I think, what was that? That might have been a California legless lizard, but I'm not sure. I don't know. Dang, I couldn't get a close enough view of it. Herpetology is another reason why I like to go hiking in these canyons. I don't know if that was a California legless lizard or a juvenile rosy boa. Oh, the jury's going to be out on that one. I might have caught an image of it. Oh! I can't tell if that was a juvenile rosy boa or a California legless lizard. Oh boy, I'm gonna have to look at that footage if I could see it in details. I think the camera might have got it briefly. Oh man, it's getting to that point at the time of year when herpetology is going to become more of a factor. Oh man, it was kind of short. It was maybe about 7 or 8 inches long. Kind of have an olive-ish color. So that might have been Aniella pulchra. It might have been a California legless lizard. But don't know how keen they are in harder soils. I thought they were supposed to like more of a sandy soil, like sandier locations, sometimes even beach sand. So I guess the jury is going to have to stay out on that one. If anybody out there, if the image even caught on camera clearly enough to be seen, if anybody has an idea, it just happened. Whoa! Mourning dove, Zenaida mercura, startled the life out of me for a minute there. So if anybody caught a good enough sight of as to what that was, please leave a comment. It was not a garter snake. Could only have been, and we're too far south for rubber boas. I would have thought rubber boa if we were further north. But I don't know if they go that fast though. So right now I'm thinking I might have seen my first ever California legless lizard. Probably, I think, a subspecies of Aniella pulchra. So that's one thing about getting wildlife. It usually moves too fast for me. Okay, well, keep working my way. I'll see what else I find. This canyon is really cool. Alright, so pretty soon I'm going to be going back down towards the middle portion of the canyon. So we also got a nice patch of bladder pot over here too. Look at this. Full bloom. These things can bloom any time of the year, especially when there's some rainfall. Even a summer monsoon storm that bleaks over from Cuyamaca could even get these lit up. But look at that. This one right here is the regular form, has the regular shaped bladder pod. So this is Paratoma arborea, variety arborea. Nice few specimens here in bloom. Absolutely amazingly beautiful flowers. Very nice treat. Bladder pod. Really nice treat to find. So yeah, so as I'm walking, I'm still scratching my head at what I just saw slithering across the path. I'm probably about 60, maybe about 55-60% leaning towards the California legless lizard. I think that's what that was. Its build, its body shape kind of looked more like a legless lizard, but it also had that kind of thickness ratio that a juvenile boa would have. For me, finding any one of those would be like a holy grail of herp finds, because I've never in my life knowingly 100% come across either a rosy boa nor a California legless lizard. Really not sure. So I'd like to think that I came across a legless lizard. I don't know if rosy boas go that fast though. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know if they slither that fast. Well, like I said, I'm leaning it probably being a California legless lizard. Hopefully I'll get to scrutinize the video if it caught at all. I mean, I'm pretty sure an image of it must have slithered by, but I'll find out. So we're getting ready to work our way back down the canyon. Look at these. People got lemonade sumac growing right outside of their property. Yeah, just curious because that was pretty cool. I was not even really thinking much about herpetology today. You know, study of reptiles and amphibians. But that sure spiked my curiosity. So, yeah, it seemed like the video cut out. It kind of cut out because I ran out of memory already on my first card. Look at that lemonade sumac. I like how they're trimmed like trees. So yeah, wildlife is definitely another thing to look forward to when you come to these canyons, because you'll find them. In these type of canyons, I've found gopher snakes, southern Pacific rattlesnakes, San Diego ringneck snake I've seen once. That was before I started filming, before I even had a camera, actually. I've seen California striped racer, both western and orange-throated whiptail lizards, Baja tree frogs, bullfrogs, which aren't native. And I've seen African clawed frogs too. When I was a kid, I'd seen them. I guess when they started becoming invasive. But I haven't seen one since I was a kid. I guess I really better keep even a better look on the trail. Who knows what I'm going to find. So now we're making the descent back down into the canyon. And the park's over there. But I'm going to go probably book a right back at the main trail. All right, well, my battery's going to die out, so before this cuts out, I'll catch you down the trail. Alright, so that's where I just came from. Now I'm going to turn right. hike this way. Let's see what the next level adventure is going to be. So yeah, a trip around that canyon wall is definitely quite enchanting. So now we're here on the wide canyon bottom trail. See what else. And I see the next botanical find coming up. Something looks interesting over here. Looks like a cypress tree growing down here. Naturally. It's gotta be a decade cypress, is it? This might be. I think it's a decade cypress. Sure looks like one. That's a nice one too. It's a nice size one. Right, I'll take a little bit closer look at it and see if I can identify this one. It appears to be Hesperus Forbesii. Okay. There's a sign in the bottom of the tree. If I could read it. Ooh. Can't read it. Yeah, I was right. Decade cypress. Actually has a placard on it. It's hard to read. It's all faded. But yeah, my intuition is right. This is a decade cypress. Yep. Wow, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I was right. Just making sure this wasn't like a Monterey cypress that was growing squat or a juniper. But nope. Hesperus Forbesii. Sorry, Mr. Black Sage. Look at that. That's cool. Yeah, I've got a decade cypress in this canyon too. Okay, well. Yep, I can see the cones in it now. Pretty cool. A rogue decade cypress. What am I gonna find next? Hesperus Forbesii, right there. Yeah, it definitely has more the shrubby form of decade cypress than the Monterey cypress, which is planted sometimes here in San Diego. Okay, well, that's interesting. Yeah, somebody actually put a sign at the base of it. It's very hard to read, but I saw the word decade and I saw Forbesii. So that's how I knew. Or it's how I confirmed 100%. So now, walking the canyon bottom. There's a lavender bush down here. It's a species of lavandula. Maybe Lavandula officinalis, maybe? Yeah, it's a lavender bush. Not native here, obviously. But it is a relative of our very native black sages. So yeah, there's a lavender bush down here too. So yeah, it's gonna be a very interesting botanical day. Alright. I mean, literally, what else am I gonna find? Very beautiful. Alright, I'll catch you on the next clip. See what else is around. Alright, so going along, we got some humongous lemonade berries over here. Some Rus integrifolia. There's some pretty big ones. Wow. I've said this before. I'm saying it again. And I will keep saying it and keep saying it. I love when they get thick and tall like this. Excuse me. Clear my throat a little bit there. And of course, Palmer sagewort in the mix now. Artemisia palmeri. But yeah, look at this. Beautiful Rucintegra foliage down here. And then we have lots and lots and lots of black sage over here. Oh, wow. Yeah, these lemonade sumacs, lemonade berries, whatever you want to call them, are absolutely phenomenal. What an awesome canyon this is. Oh, I just saw a greater roadrunner too. Pretty cool. Camera won't pick it up. It was way off in the distance. It was a young one too. Just saw a young greater roadrunner too. I don't see those very often, but when I do, I enjoy it. There go the Baja chorus frogs again. Yeah, there was a greater roadrunner around here somewhere. It was about over here when it crossed the trail. More tall lemonade sumacs here. Pretty cool. A Tecate cypress, a rogue lavender bush. Lavenders usually see in people's yards or on the sides of streets. I love how this place is livening up. We're supposed to get some possible rains late this week, and possibly one on my next day off, or my next Tuesday off. And if it's an atmospheric river, it could mean downpours. First one for Friday might not even hit us. I don't know. Second one might have to skip a week, especially if it's going to be tropical in nature. It means heavy rain, probably. We'll see. If it does, I might have to miss a week. But I'm not going to wish for no rain because I want to keep this place looking lush for a while. And I think this is this looks like I believe this is giant ryegrass right here. I do have some problems with my Poaceae, my grass family plant, but I'm pretty sure this is the native giant ryegrass, the Limus condensatus. I've seen a bit of it along here on the side of the trail. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I'll double check it, but definitely haven't learned much about the Poaceae. I haven't really spent too much time with that. It's one of our larger species of grass, and it is very much a native. So it's one you want to see growing out here in the wild. What a beautiful trail. Especially this time of year, everything is just lit up in green, punctuated by yellows and purples and other flower colors. Look at that. Beautiful bladder pod right there. Absolutely stunning specimen. Nice small, medium-sized shrub that just cheers us up with those beautiful yellow flowers. And then now we got stands of arroyo willow down here. A very tall Broombaccharis. Look at that. Look at that. Broombaccharis saurothroides. These are huge. I love how they get in these bottomlands. They get really huge. Where's a blue elderberry? Right here. And there's I don't know why I keep calling this Navajo Canyon. Even when I was talking to the lady on the other side of the canyon, I started saying Navajo Canyon. This is not that far from it. This was the last canyon I explored. This is, again, Rancho Mission Canyon. So if I say Navajo Canyon on today's video, if I said it and didn't correct myself, then just consider this the correction for that possible error. But this is Rancho Mission Canyon. I'm almost at the end of this one, the end of this stretch here. We're almost at the road. Wow. Here's a big toyon right here. Actually, looks like a couple of them. I think these might be two separate shrubs. Wow. Beautiful. I love when they get huge like this. I've seen them larger than this before, but I love it when they get big. Guess I'll work my way up to the street. Be a turnaround point. I don't know, maybe I'll find another section of this canyon to explore. Hear water tumbling in here. It sounds like there's a waterfall in there. Oh yeah, it's from this culvert right here. All right. Ooh, Anna's hummingbird? Yeah, Calypteana. I think that's a female. Yeah. It's one of our larger species of hummingbird. Yeah, it looks like Calypteana. All right. I'm going to climb up this and then come back. Start heading back. Alright, so I'm up here at the avenue. I don't remember which street this is. I don't feel like walking all the way over to the post signpost. Here we are. Wow. This person's lucky. That's a Guadalupe fan palm right there. Brahea edulis. Oh, that's a beauty. That's a nice specimen. Those look like our Mexican Washingtonias. They look a lot like those, but they are not. Frogs are going crazy down in that canyon. Nice views up here. These canyons are so fun. I really find exploring these canyons so much fun. Look how green it is and verdant. Man. This is so amazing. I love the feeling. I love the vibe. What a great vibe this area gives off. Look at that big fish. It's gotta be. Here's another Opuntia. I don't even know what kind of Opuntia this is. If it's part of the Opuntia ficus indica, I don't even know. These are very much not native prickly pears here. That one kind of looks like in between cholla and prickly pear. Of course. Love the way they trim this laurel sumac like a tree. How beautiful is this? Look at that. Beautiful specimen of laurel sumac right here. It's got some decent sized trunks on it too. So you notice they trim, whoever lives or works in this area trims the base of these. And you can see the beautiful smooth gray trunks. This is Melosma laurina, the laurel sumac. Look at that. What a beautiful, beautiful specimen. I'm very awestruck by this. Alright, so, you know, they trim the lemonade sumacs too, likewise. They trim them like small trees too. You notice they trim the bases of them. That's actually a single, almost like a single trunk tree, but it has some root sprouts down there. That's a very nice tree, lemonade sumac. Very beautiful. Very, very beautiful. Alright, I'll start working my way back. I think there's another hill I might climb. There's another trail, I think, that further down the canyon that goes uphill. I saw a hiker coming downhill from it. So I might go to that side too. I'm really enjoying this place so much. I'll see you along the way. Alright, so I started hiking down from the road and from the cul-de-sac. I've been noticing quite a few of these today. So, you know, I was trying to take the time to look up to make sure. I was thinking that these might be arroyo lupines, Lupinus succulentus. And I was looking through my San Diego County Native Plants Field Guide to see if that's what this was. And because I was touching the leaves and they kind of had a slight fleshiness to them. And the stems are very fleshy and the leaf petioles. And yes, that is what I was looking at. That is Lupinus succulentus, the arroyo lupine. I've seen quite a few of them today. They got these beautiful bluish purple flowers. Absolutely beautiful. This is called arroyo lupine. And it's more of a coastal to lower foothills species. And it's an annual. And that it's a lupine, it's in the pea family. The flowers look very much like pea flowers. So that's Lupinus succulentus. So that's called arroyo lupine, and you will find that. Notice it a lot on the other side when I was going up that way on this more southern portion of the canyon, especially on the grassy hillsides, because they like disturbed areas. That's where I've been noticing them in more disturbed and open grassy areas. That's where you're going to find those. And again, Lupinus succulentus. Succulentus, succulent. The leaf petioles, the leaf stalks are very, very fleshy. Very thick and fleshy. And it's an annual. Most of our lupines are annuals, but we do have a few perennial species as well. A couple of which are actually woody-based shrubs. But that was an annual. So after it sets seed and the summer dryness kicks in, it will start drying out. And it won't come back from the root next year because it's an annual. So new seeds will have to sprout next winter during the rainy season. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's ocean loco weed right there. Astragalus trichopodes variety. Right now it's blooming too. Ocean loco weed. So the botany here is really good. It's just getting better as spring starts creeping in. Very nice. Very nice place. So, would I recommend this canyon? You already know the answer to that question. I pretty much recommend almost every place I go to, only because, well, mostly because I just love getting out and exploring different places. So, this is definitely This has definitely been a very rewarding day so far. Very beautiful day out here. Just absolutely incredible, beautiful day out here. Here in the coastal sage scrub and riparian woodlands. I don't think there's any true chaparral here. This is all coastal sage scrub. It looks like chaparral because it's all green and luscious looking compared to how coastal sage scrub looks during the summer dry season. Wow. What a great place this is. Highly recommended. Coming out here to visit and enjoy the botany and the beauty. Just from fresh air and some fresh aromas coming up from the sages and sagebrushes. Yeah, it's definitely feeling like spring today. It's warmed up nicely. It's in the 60s. Looks like there's some large scrub oaks in there too. Yeah, I see some scrub oaks in there too. I know I saw a couple when I was climbing up the hill when I went to the other side of the canyon. Yeah, there are definitely some more in there. I can see them popping up here and there. Some of them are quite large. Wow. What a cool canyon. I'm gonna go see if I can find that other trail. I think I'm gonna go up, climb up the hill on that side. See what's popping over there. I'll see you down the way. I'm not feeling that this day is over anytime soon. Okay, so I'm back here at the Tecate Cypress that I saw earlier. And here's a trail. So I saw this trail. So I'm going to go ahead and go up this and see what other adventures I can find. So it looks like I got a little climbing to do. But hey, if I want to be hitting big ticket mountain peaks this summer, I need to get as much climbing in as I can. Even if I'm not climbing mountain peaks today. So here we go. Another beautiful stand of Rhus integrifolia. Actually, I think it's one bush. They're big enough to look like a whole stand of them. Okay, so I can see the park over there. So I'm going to see where this will lead. Whoa, sorry, Mr. B. Let's see. Wow. I don't know if I've ever seen so much black sage in one area. Besides some baccharis, some broom baccharis, coyote brush, and some laurel and lemonade sumac, this is just about all black sage. A lot of black sage over here. Gorgeous, especially this time of year. It's absolutely beautiful over here. Wow. some good views opening up. Ooh, some quail, California quail calling. Okay, so it starts going up that way. Okay, wanted to see where this was going. Ready for a little extra adventure today. I see some other plants I'm going to have to look at for identification. Some boraginaceae, borage family plants. And some great views opening up too when we climb this south-facing slope here. Heard some booms. One of those are from Camp Pendleton. I know they explode ordnance all the time over there. This is a really cool spot right here. Let's see. Where are we going? Okay. We definitely got some work to do. I think. Wondering if this is going to lead over to another cul-de-sac. Oh, looks like it's going to lead to the outer portion of the park. And these canyons are so much fun. Sometimes I get the most fun out of these, I think, sometimes. I love climbing those big ticket mountain peaks and stuff. And those random cross-country peaks. But I also love these little canyons. They just give me a certain level of awe. Because they're right in the middle of the suburbs. Look at that. Look at that gully leading up to that rim over there. Here's another kiosk of Rancho Mission Canyon. Alright, we're about to come out on a cul-de-sac. I love these little open spaces. These open spaces are really special to me. These circumspect sites and stuff. It's just what make them so special to me. Alright. I'm just curious. Alright. See you on the next clip. Alright. So we're just about at the end of this one. Right here, where's that? The Hillendale and whatever the street is. So that's Hillendale over there. And I think this is part of the park too. It's part of the same park. Something even about the neighborhood parks here in San Diego just give off great vibes. This might be a different park though. I think this is a different park. Yeah. What is that? Larchwood or something? Yeah, larch wood. Looks like it says larch wood. It's very faded. So this is larch wood. So this must be another park, I think. I'm gonna walk around here a little bit. Awesome place. So, I know I mentioned the sound of California quails. Fortunately, I couldn't get it on camera. Never get those birds on camera. So, I was pointing out, oh, there's some quail over that way. Well, as I was walking over there, I heard the quail. Heard the quail rustling in the bushes. Well, I heard an animal, and as I looked, it was quail. Some California quail. I wonder what this is right here. This looks interesting. I'm going to explore this a little bit and see what's popping off over here. It looks like there might have been maybe an old homestead or something going on over here. That smells good over here. Actually, the flowers of the mustard do give off a little bit of a kind of a delectable fragrance. Now, when the plants are dry, they kind of give off a kind of a slightly funky odor. Nothing too bad, but it's noticeable. So we got a little resurgence of coastal sage scrub taking over wherever this is. Explore this a little bit. This looks really cool. So I love exploring these parks because sometimes you find these little nooks and crannies if you look around. And there's another side of Rancho Mission Canyon on the other side of Marjoram. I think. I think there's an entrance on the other side of the street. Might save that for another time. I don't know. Maybe. I know I'm planning on visiting it. Whether it's today or another day remains to be seen. So there's a park down here. I'm not sure if that's connected with Rancho Mission Canyon Park. I suspect it is, but I'm not 100% sure. Like an old foundation or something up here. Yeah, there might have been a home here or something, because I see an ornamental shrub right here. This appears to be pink melaleuca. I think this is Melaleuca nesophila, I believe is what this one is. It's not in bloom right now, but it has the real shrubby structure of it. This is a member of the myrtle family, Myrtaceae, and it's an Aussie native, and it's one of those melaleucas paper barks. Called melaleucas. So it's a type of paper bark. So it's related to eucalyptus. It's not a eucalyptus, but it's related. Here's some more of that loco weed. Look at that. This one's in full bloom almost. I'm pretty sure that's Astragalus trichopodus variety longus. But yeah, we got some more melaleuca over here too. So there must have been a habitation here, but these have persisted. A lot of ornamental plants would eventually die off, but this has persisted. Look at this. I'm going to take a dead leaf here. If you crush the leaf of a melaleuca, it has an absolutely heavenly aroma. Like a eucalyptus, it's very resinous, and it has some great aroma. So the crushed leaves, just like it's related eucalyptus trees over there. I don't like to take live leaves off the plant, so I'm going to take the dead ones that are just going to fall off. Just like a eucalyptus, you crush the leaf, and it smells incredible. Very nice smell. Very fragrant. Yeah, so you can tell there was some construction over here that eventually, I guess, got languished. Oh yeah, I can see an old dying back jacaranda. Jacaranda mimosifolia. This is the plant. This is the tree that you'll see a lot on side of people's houses and on the sides of the streets that have these beautiful bluish purple flowers in late spring and early summer. That's jacaranda. There's some more melaleuca over here. But again, love exploring. You never know what you're going to find. There's a park down there. Again, I think, yeah, that's part of Rancho Mission Canyon Park, so I could actually hike that down back to my car. I can see the parking lot from here. This is actually a pretty decent sized park. And there's a carrotwood tree, or tuckaroo, Cupaniopsis anacardioides. It's in the Sependaceae family. So yeah, this is part of Rancho Mission Canyon Park. So I could just walk through the park to get back, but I'm not quite ready to finish exploring. And this, of course, Canary Island pines, Pinus canariensis. Oh, must be some good views over here. Wow. Get some great views of that canyon topography here in San Diego. Great views, actually. Yeah. That's Marjoram Street down there. This looks like people are, I guess, taking their young kids and their dogs out for a stroll in the beauty. Wow, look at this. I think. So yeah, pretty cool out here. So yeah, in review, the clip cut out, so I'm going to review it. I think it might have cut out in the middle of what I was saying, so I apologize. It basically hit 8 minutes. So over there, took the trail down through the bottom, then I branched off, made a right, made it through that part there, and it ends up going along there, up through near those houses, and then it banks left between that part of the mesa and that part of the mesa. There's another portion of the canyon. Follow that to the street, came back, went down, and then followed the wide path all the way to the end over there, came back right where that Tecate cypress tree is there, and just follow this trail up to there and around here. Really good views. This is a really fun place to visit. There's a really nice breeze up here too. Really nice breeze. Getting that onshore breeze. It's nice, delightfully cool. Actually, I think the breeze is coming out more from the northwest right now. That's over towards Mission Trails over there. So this is Rancho Mission Canyon. I was really excited about visiting this one. And to be honest, my excitement was more than overpowered by how awesome it actually was. And that seems to be the case a lot in my adventures. I have high expectations of going to a place and finding it to be awesome. I go to that place, and for some reason it's like twice or even 3 times more awesome than I thought it was going to be. I guess it's because I come with a very positive frame of mind when I explore these places. So my mind is feeling, you know what? This is going to be good. Expect good, get good out. You put good in, you get good out. You expect good, you put the good in, you're going to get it out. So this is it. Rancho Mission Canyon and its adjacent Rancho Mission Canyon Park. Would I recommend this? You already know the answer to that question, because I've been speaking in positive tongue the entire time. So yes, I recommend it. 10 out of 10, would recommend. Wildlife, blooms, awesome plant scenery, good views, fresh air, great fragrance. Just a chance to have just a chance for some happiness. Local happiness without having to go way out of your way. So let's see. I think this is going to lead down to the main trail of the park. So I'm going to go through this cool little point of beautiful Canary Island pines, Pinus canariensis. There's even a looks like an Aleppo pine, little Aleppo pine right there. But actually, there's some other plants I need to point out over on that side really quickly. So let me go over there, and I'll see you on the next clip. All right, so there are a couple other things I wanted to point out really quickly before I start making my way back. So I was reviewing some of my footage. I started recording a spotlight video on a plant around here, and for some reason I couldn't see the video. It was looking like it was getting corrupted again. So like last week I kept complaining on my last video that my replay, sometimes I'll check over to make sure things are going well. I was going to go delete the first clip I started recording, that spotlight video on that plant, and it had the question mark on it, just like last week. But last week, I noticed that when I put the memory card on my computer, everything was fine. So I was thinking, okay, maybe it was a memory card issue. Well, I'm noticing the question mark showing up again, but I'm still taking a chance and filming this last bit before I start making my return. It's going to be a very short return because I'm just going to basically probably cut through the park. But I want to point out a couple other things. But like I said, when I recorded last week, it looked like everything was wrong. And I go back and it was fine. Especially, you'll probably see me blurt it out a lot, and then you'll see the pictures or on the text. No, you'll see the text on the screen. It'll say that upon reviewing it's fine. So I'm taking a chance that this will be fine as well. So I'm hoping. Otherwise, I guess I was thinking last week at Quai Pie, I was thinking, don't tell me my camera's breaking or not working. Then I put in another memory card, recorded some other video, and it showed up just fine. However, then I could put in the memory card, the one that had what I thought were corrupt files. I was able to put them on the computer. Fine. Okay. That's good, I guess. This is the case again. I'm going to be very disappointed. Did kind of want to point out a couple things. So here we are at this park, on top of the park here. Notice some pretty cool trees up here. Some nice carob trees. These are carob trees. Seratonia siliqua. Members of the pea family. They're dioecious. So male and female plants are separate. So, I think we have examples of both here. Oh no. This is a female, I think. Yeah, these are females. These are pods. Pods all over the ground. Seratonia siliqua. So this tree is from I believe the Mediterranean. Again, it's a member of the pea family, the Fabaceae. And you don't see a lot of female trees planted because of the big messy seed pods on the ground. But knowing that I'm looking at a female, I can see how I can show you what the females look like too. So yeah, we get these richly green, pinnately compound leaves and these brown seed pods. Again, female trees are the ones that produce the fruits, and the males just produce the pollen. But yeah, that one seemed like it was a female. Usually I only see male carob trees. This is, I guess, a female too. So for these to be producing seed pods, there must be a male tree around here. Most of the time you'll see male trees planted so you don't get the big messy seed pods. I see some new seed pods developing right here. So this is Ceratonia siliqua, carob tree. These are females. So these ones are producing pods. Every one of these is a female. There has to be a male around here to pollinate them. Let's see if I can see any. Every one of these seems to have seed pods under it. It's getting pollinated from somewhere. But yeah, pretty cool. Well, I am going to keep winding my way back. I see Marjoram Street down there, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut through the park. I'll probably see you down by the trailhead. I actually think I want to do a separate video talking about the carob tree. So I'll see you back towards the end of this beautiful hike. Okay, so I'm making my way back down to the trail head, or where I parked. I'm gonna walk through the park since it's quiet here. There's not a lot of human activity, so I can feel like I can film. But yeah, this is a cool little park here. We got some beautiful jacaranda and mimosifolia trees here. Ooh. Got a Anna's hummingbird circling around. Yeah, that's an Anna's hummingbird right there. Looks like a male. Male's got more of the colors on it. Female's a little bit less colorful. But look at it. Look at the bark on this tree. Beautiful jacaranda mimosifolia in a couple of months. Starting generally, some of them starting in April, but mostly in May and June. This tree is going to be covered in purple flowers. This is the famous jacaranda tree from, I believe, South America. Beautiful tree. And then later on, they get these flattened shaped seed capsules that split open. So yeah, I'm starting a new video series. I don't know how often I'll film for them because most of my hikes take place in nature preserves and national forests, and where all the natives are. But start filming videos about basically like spotlight on trees videos or spotlight on plants videos for non-native plants. I'm just going to call them the trees of San Diego. Or if I go to another place like Orange County or somewhere in the Sierras or something, or somewhere in Northern California, there's like trees of such and such. So I'm going to start a trees of such and such place. So we'll see how that turns out. So I'll be recording occasional videos on our non-native trees, just for another layer of content. Hopefully that'll interest you, some of you who like to know what kind of trees are planted in our parks. And of course, these are going to be generally non-native trees that I talk about, because when I visit a park and I see a native tree, of course I'll point that out. But I want to start maybe talking more about our non-native trees and what makes them special to our landscape as well. Like this beautiful Canary Island pine right here, Pinus canariensis. It's already starting to get its male cones developing. They're not open yet. Those will eventually open. Yellow pollen will be all over the place. Male pollen cones. Of course, the female cones are the seed cones. Your typical woody pine cones. So, yeah. I do like a lot of the landscape or the planted landscape as well, because there's a lot of variety of stuff planted here. in our beautiful city of San Diego. So I've pretty much done exploring the majority of Rancho Mission Canyon, or at least this half of it. But there is, I believe, there's got to be a trail on that side too. There's got to be. So that's part of Rancho Mission Canyon down there. So I gotta check that out, maybe on another video. Maybe I'll go over there and see. Look at that. I really need to study my birds. I keep saying that. All right. So as I'm coming down here, there's a Cleveland sage blooming. Salvia Cleveland. That's Cleveland sage right here. It's already blooming. It's only March. Sometimes these won't bloom until May or even June. But yeah, this is Cleveland sage right here. Wow. Pretty nice. All right. What do we have down here? This is black locust tree? Yeah. A patch of black locust trees. Robinia pseudoacacia. There's some remnant in there. Probably a California quail. Maybe there was a quail down there somewhere. Yeah. Yeah, this is Robinia pseudoacacia. Black locust. Native to the Midwest and eastern half of the U.S. They get planted here and naturalize out here. They're already starting to leaf out. They usually leaf out kind of early. But yeah. We're going to take a look at the other side of the road. So there's a trailhead over there. Wow. So there's the park. I did run across the street, and we do have an entrance area. We do have a trail down there, a trail sign. Yes. Okay, I guess the trail's more to this way. This way. Okay. Now, interestingly enough, botanically, we have a non-native plant that actually gets quite common, especially in the coastal portions of the county. It's this right here. This is garland daisy, right here. This is Glabianus coronaria. It's a member of the sunflower family. You see a very decent-sized flower head right there. But yes, the trail. I saw a sign. Where did I see the arrow? There's got to be a way down here. Oh, here it is. Here's the trail. Stay on designated trail. Rancho Mission Canyon. So, thinking about maybe leaving exploration of this for another time, but I remember seeing a trail on the other side of the street from where I hiked the other portion of this canyon. So I may as well at least take a little quick walk over here, kind of get myself prepared. So 0.7 miles to Conestoga Avenue, it said. And right off the bat, we are in this beautiful, lush bowl right here. Very beautiful. So I'm probably going to leave exploration of this for another time. This is beautiful here. This is a gorgeous track. So I think I'll just go down to the bottom. You saw where I was parked. So I'm on the other side of the street now. Again, another beautiful canyon here. You can explore, it looks like you can explore up or you can explore down. Wow, this is a beautiful canyon. This is beautiful. I like this side too. I guarantee there's going to be a lot more fun stuff to explore. I just kind of want to get a little preview of it so I can get myself psyched up. It doesn't take much to get me psyched up about these canyons, but let's see. Just kind of give myself a preview of what I'm going to be seeing on my journey on this side. And not surprisingly, I'm loving what I'm seeing. Very beautiful here. Very, very beautiful. Let's see. I don't know. I think maybe I'll just keep going for a while. I just really enjoy these canyons so much. So I'm gonna keep going for a while. I'm good. I think I'm gonna keep going. Can't help it. I can do an almost mile and a half hike if I go to Conestoga. I wonder what that is. That twiggy mess right there. I wonder what that is. I think it's an old dead tree tobacco, I think that's what that is. Alright, well, you know what? I think I'm just going to keep going for a while. I'm going to spoil myself a little bit more today. It's about almost 1:45. I didn't get out of the house till nearly 10 o'clock this morning. I think I'm just going to enjoy what I feel like enjoying. Dip down into this beautiful canyon. Gorgeous over here. Love it here. Probably won't film as much because I'm on my last memory card. I'm on my third memory card, believe it or not. Third memory card. Run out of memory very quickly, so probably gonna have to go at this a little more tame. Which way should I go? Yeah, maybe I'll take the high road for now and see what's up over here. All right, I'll see you along the way. I think I'm just gonna keep the adventure. All right, so walking down this trail, look at that monster toyon. That's a monster. That's a big heteromelase arbudifolia. It looks like it's got a huge base too, I think. It's got some decent sized trunks. That's a nice sized toyon. What an incredibly large toyon. Oh, wow. I don't know what side I'm going to like better, to be honest with you. I'm really liking this side. There's some beautiful lemonade berries and toyons all over here. Some fantastic specimens. This is what we call toyon sumac scrub. Some people call it toyon sumac chaparral, but generally it's a lusher version of coastal sage scrub. Even though chaparral is woody shrubs, You do have woody shrubs, large woody shrubs, punctuating coastal sage scrub as well. But some people call this Toyon sumac chaparral with lemonade sumac or lemonade berry, laurel sumac, and Toyon. This is a very, very beautiful example of it. To me, it seems like more of like a woodland, actually. It's technically shrubland, you know, like along the lines of sage scrub and chaparral. It's a shrubland. It's not tree. They're not generally trees, except on some occasions they do get tree sized. But very exquisite examples of Toyon and sumac shrubland here. So here we go, another awesome view of the canyon land here. A lot of these canyons are so special. All right, let's see. Not sure which of these is the trail. Probably gonna at some point end over there. I'm just gonna follow this. This appears to be a trail here. Again, see, we're checking out all these nooks and crannies to give you guys a really special look at how awesome these canyons are. So this one's going to go downhill into the ravine. Here's something else croaking down there. I hear a croaking type sound. I wonder if that would be a California tree frog or California chorus frog. So I think we're supposed to have those here too. I can't stop exploring this canyon. I really love this canyon a lot. This has been an absolutely incredible experience here. Visiting Rancho Mission Canyon. This has been an absolutely phenomenal experience today. Really felt good on this one. I think this leads to a neighborhood. Like I said, I'm trying to get the feeling of this canyon, and I'm not quite ready to go back home yet. So, see up the way and see what other cool things I find. I swear, it feels like it's fate. It feels like fate. I feel like I was meant to explore more of this canyon today. Well, this is why. Look at the trunk on this lemonade berry. Look at that. That is huge. Wow. That is a huge trunk. Like a single trunk specimen here. This is a monster. Look at this. Unreal. This is absolutely unreal. It looks like almost a single trunk specimen. This thing is humongous. Wow. Oh. Incredible. Are you serious? That's got one of the largest trunks I've ever seen on a lemonade sumac. Oh my gosh. Wow. Unbelievable. We're starting to get some sycamore action in here too. Some Platanus racemosa. All right. Keep my film a little bit shorter today. I should have plenty of battery power to get me through, but memory power, not so much. So I'll keep seeing you. Maybe make photography a little bit more of the content here. I think we're at the end of the trail, I think. It says area closed, so I'm not going to go beyond this sign out of respect. So I guess this will be my turnaround point for this finger of the canyon. We've still got a bit going down that way too. So I'm telling you, these lemonade berries, lemonade sumacs. I tend to call them lemonade sumac. That's how I learned them as a kid. Looks like this laurel sumac, I think, broke off. Yeah, this thing broke down. Wow. But yeah, it's the shrublands. I love it here. But yeah, there it is. That's the really big one that I saw. I mean, it's not extraordinarily tall. I've seen much taller ones than that, but when I saw the girth of the trunks, I was blown away. And now I hear a bunch of scrub jays messing around in there. There's some California scrub jays or western scrub jays messing around inside of the lemonade berry. So just know that going forward, lemonade sumac, lemonade berry, it's the same thing. But yeah, there's some scrub jays in there. I heard them fussing around, fussing and flitting about. Yeah, I mean, despite the extremely tall nature of this, the size of the trunks, those are some of the largest ones I've ever seen. But I think there might be a California tree frog or California chorus frog calling down there, because the Baja chorus frog, Pseudocris hypochondriaca, goes ribbit, 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 cricket, 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 like that. I think the California one, Pseudocris cadaverina, I believe that one just does a single note. Sounds maybe a little bit different, but I think it's more. I think that might be what I'm hearing down there. I think that one is found in this area, if I'm not mistaken. That would be cool. I've never seen one of those before. I've watched this one guy's channel. His name is Pharaoh. His real name is Alan, but his channel, he does lots of crazy bushwhacking hikes in the San Gabriel Mountains, especially at the lower elevations. And he's constantly coming across these dream herpetological cat sites that I would love to see. So yeah, I'm going this way. So he gets, I've seen him pick up a rosy boa. I've seen him pick up rattlesnakes with his bare hands. Yeah, he knows what he's doing. I trust he knows what he's doing because he's done it many times. I've seen him pick up, and I've seen him film images of California chorus frogs or California tree frogs, the Pseudocris cadaverina species, hopping around the San Gabriel banks of the San Gabriel River at night. So he's come across some incredible specimens of herpetological finds. I'm hoping one day to finally see the California tree frog. Tree frog, chorus frog, they're synonymously used. They were originally in the genus Hyla, Hyla. Now they've been merged in with the chorus frogs and Pseudocris. So they're in the genus Pseudocris. That's why the name chorus frog also applies. So, yeah. So we're going to talk about awesome herpetological finds. You should watch some of his videos. I've been subscribed to his channel for several years and always enjoyed the videos he puts out. All right. Here's a water crossing. I'm not going to cross because I don't want to get my shoes wet. These are not waterproof. But let's see. Guarantee there got to be frogs around here somewhere. I bet you coming here in the evening and early morning hours, it is an absolute blast of a ribbit session down here. I mean, I'll hear him in the middle. I've heard him in the middle of the day before too. But maybe one day, maybe I'll get lucky and finally see something. Okay. So again, I'm not sponsored or sponsoring, but I'm not a spokesperson, but just word of mouth. Check out Pharaoh's channel if you like. He does lots of camping. He also does a lot of service type stuff, like volunteering to clean up all the garbage that people leave along the San Gabriel River and other places. So, and he leads these big backpacking campouts. Definitely a channel worth checking out. Very interesting person. Good videos. And insane. Ooh. There's a calypteana right there. Beautiful little Anna's hummingbird. That's a male. More colorful one. So yeah, check out his channel. If you want to see wildlife, he seems to get the most insane captures on camera. Sometimes you'll pick up the animals, but then he's very gentle with them and he lets them go. He's very much a steward of the land, which we all should be. So check out his videos and enjoy them. And then I'm going to keep on going myself. See what other things I could find. Yeah, if I would have crossed that creek, it probably would have taken me deeper in the canyon, because now the trail's starting to take me back towards Marjoram Road. Except I was higher up on the hill before. Yeah, so ooh, there's a nice stand of Coast Choy on the other side of the canyon. Right smack dab in the middle there. Beautiful. Time for a couple pictures. Alright, so I noticed, yeah, this is definitely leading back up towards Marjoram Avenue. So here I am underneath this beautiful large toyon. Another large toyon right here. Aromas arbudifolia. Another beautiful skyscraping specimen here. I love when they get huge like this. Just feels so great to look at this stuff. I'm addicted to looking at this kind of stuff. I love when our shrubs get large. But another main reason, what I want to point out, was another wildflower. Not exactly a rare wildflower, but it's starting to pick up in prominence now. Haven't seen it much until I'm starting to see it now. But as we go into spring, we'll see it more. And it's this small annual plant right here. This is Rancher's fiddleneck right here. This is Amsinkia intermedia. Rancher's fiddleneck. It's a member of the borage family, the Boraginaceae. And it's got these small yellow flowers. You have to look at them carefully to really appreciate them. But they are beautiful. And eventually when the inflorescence gets larger, they'll start curling down a little bit. Characteristic of the Boraginaceae. As you see here, this fiddleneck here is starting to curve down a little bit. So this is Amsinkia intermedia. Common rancher fiddleneck found here in the springtime on the sides of trails and disturbed areas, open grasslands. Beautiful plant. You really have to look carefully at it to really get the detail. The camera won't do it justice, unfortunately, because these are small flowers. They are beautiful. Very small plant. It's an annual. So if you want to grow it in your garden, you'll have to make sure it reseeds itself every year. When they develop their seeds, they probably will germinate the following years. Small 5-lobe flowers, 5-petal flowers. Beautiful plant. Just had to take some time to appreciate that. So I'm heading back up towards Marjoram, but I'm on the lower trail. I was just up here momentarily when I first was coming down here. I was up on the upper trail there. So this gave me another perspective of down here. So we'll see if I find another spot to explore before I end this day's adventure. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Alright, so I'm back here at the creek crossing. Ooh, just saw something hop. There's a Baja chorus frog. Right here. Right there. Right there, that little beautiful. That's a Baja chorus frog for you. Pseudocris hypochondriaca. Nice. Oh, wow. Really cool. I can dig it. I love seeing those. I love seeing those. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh. I was hoping to see one eventually. Well, there I go. Try to get across this without getting my feet all wet and stuff. But yeah, I heard something making a little thump, 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 thump sound. Sure enough, a Baja chorus frog, Pseudocris hypochondriaca. So, again, has to have been fate. Just gotta make sure I don't step on anything coming across here, so I don't want to hurt any of them. So, okay. I was meant to try it again. Keep taking these as signs of positivity. Okay, well, that had to have shown up on camera. Had to. Alright. I was hoping to see one of those again. I did see one back last August. A small one in Santee over at Mass Park along the San Diego River. So I did see a small one back then, but that was a little more mature sized. They're not very large, but I love seeing frogs. I love it. And our herpetologist is getting excited again. Those things, for some reason, are harder to find nowadays than they were when I was a kid. I used to see them all the time. So I'm taking that as a sign of good fortune. Look at this little grotto here. Okay. All right. Yep. Here's the next botanical piece of interest. I thought I saw some along this riparian area. Desert arrowweed. This is Bloquea sericea. Nice little small thicket of it right here. Yeah. It's called desert arrowweed. Did a spotlight on this in January near Del Mar. And that's the plant. So there's a little bit of that here too. Okay. Onward I go. Alright, another thing that had to be pointed out. You know me, I like to keep finding as large as these laurel sumacs can get. Well, here's a very big laurel sumac right here. This is a very tall one. Malosma laurina. This is a very tall one. I've seen a few that are even taller than this. But I see one big large trunk. Can't see it here too well. There's one large trunk there. And then we got a multi-stem one here. I'm gonna assume that they're part of the same root system, but I'm not 100%. But yeah, that's a very decent sized laurel sumac. Again, if you want to see the tallest laurel sumacs possible, you're mostly going to find them along canyon bottoms, because they probably can reach the soil moisture even more so. Look at that, laurel sumac, yeah. You want to see them get their largest, along with lemonade berry and toyon. This is where you're going to find them probably at their largest. Very incredible. All right. going to keep this moving. So I'll catch you up the way with more finds. I'm pretty sure this day's not over yet. Next stop on today's tour, folks, is a beautiful red ironbark. Look at this. Just love the habit of this tree. This is, of course, the Eucalyptus sideroxylon, native to Australia. Oh, what a beautiful, graceful specimen this one is. Growing right above the little creek bank here. Just an incredibly beautiful specimen right here. This one seems to get white flowers, so this isn't that this isn't that cultivar. There's a cultivar of this tree that produces rosy, pinkish red flowers, and that's cultivar rosea. This is the regular species, I think. Looks like the flowers are mostly white. Also, those are flowers that are spent, but what an absolutely graceful, beautiful eucalyptus. Always had a big fondness for Eucalyptus sideroxylon. Ooh. Oh, looks like we got hummingbirds. I don't know if they're messing with each other or what's going on there. I'm not even sure if those are Anna's hummingbirds, because we also have Costa's hummingbirds. We have a couple other species as well. The one I typically see is Anna's hummingbird. But, alright, well, I'm going to keep it trucking. First off, on our next stop on the tour, Pinus radiata, variety radiata, Monterey pine. That's a nice one. Beautiful, beautiful canyon. I don't care how close the houses are, as long as there's nature in between. Ooh, there's a nice bushy laurel sumac right there. Nice. Oh, okay. And then we got some chaparral prickly pear on the other side here. So I'll make that, I think, 6 species of cactus now. That looks like a Puntia auricola to me. So I think there are 6 species of cactus in this canyon. Okay. Yeah, look at that laurel sumac. That's a massive laurel sumac. Its roots are definitely getting some of that creek water. That's a big one. Beautiful laurel sumac right there. Whoa. Wow. Alright, I should probably be coming up on the street relatively soon. I'll keep you posted. I have a feeling I'm going to be finding some more stuff. I believe I'm just about at the end. What's this? I wonder what this was. Oh, I was trying to see if it was just I was thinking maybe it was a deciduous holly species or something, but it looks like it's dead, not dormant. Okay, we're at the end. We're at the turnaround point. It's a pretty short walk. Said it was about 0.7 miles. Sure didn't feel like it. Felt less than that. We're about to come out here. I think this was Ticonderoga or something. So this is my turnaround point. I think this is the end of the road. We're going to end here with a beautiful Brazilian pepper tree. Scindus terebinthifolius. Alright. So I think this is what, Ticonderoga? Or Conestoga. This is Conestoga. Conestoga Road. Beautiful Brazilian pepper tree. Alright. Let's see. Oh yeah, it says Marjoram Avenue, 0.7 miles. And then almost get another 1.4 miles in. I don't know how much I did over on the other side, but I think I did a pretty good job comprehensively covering this canyon. There you go, Washingtonia robusta, Mexican fan palm right there. Now, see, that one's got the rich green colored fronds. That right there looks the same, doesn't it? That is a California fan palm. That's Washingtonia foliifera. That's a California native right there. If you go to Anza-Borrego Desert State Park, you'll find that in some of the canyons there. And do my eyes deceive me? I don't think they do. Okay. So you see this conical shaped tree right here? That's an incense cedar. That's a Calosages decurrens. That's a tree native to our mountains, especially Palomar Mountain. That's an incense cedar. Somebody's got an incense cedar in his or her yard. Impressive. I've seen that occasionally here in San Diego. Sometimes you'll find incense cedars in people's yards. And then, speaking of conifers, look at that beautiful Italian stone pine right there. Pinus pinea. So yeah, that's an incense cedar, and that's an Italian stone pine right there. And there's a younger Italian stone pine right next to the eucalyptus. So yeah, I definitely see myself coming back to this canyon for more exploration during different times of the year. But I think right now we're getting towards the best time of year. I think maybe a couple more weeks there might be some more wildflowers. So when that happens, it probably means more spotlight videos. Well, I'm going to keep on heading. Maybe come out for an update before I do. Look at those, the inflorescent stalks of the huge American agave. Agave americana. I think they're divided into subspecies, and I'm not going to try to guess what subspecies of americana it is. Probably subspecies americana if that's the case. But look at that. It's not native here. We have a couple native species in San Diego County. Agave Shai, variety Shai, the Shah's agave, near Cabrillo, sometimes the Torrey Pines. And we have agave deserti, variety deserti, the desert agave, and Anza much smaller than these. Their inflorescent stalks can get well over 20 feet tall. And look at the huge rosettes. The rosettes are much larger than any of our native agaves. Still, they are definitely a sight to behold. Definitely a sight. Yeah. And since agaves are monocarpic, meaning the rosettes die after they fruit, as you can see, a dead one in there, we're lucky that those are clumpers. Clumpers, only the rosette that forms the flowers will die. The rest of the clumps will go on until they flower and then die. And we're getting a lot of fuchsia flowered gooseberry here too. A lot of Ribes speciosum. And it's just thick with flowers right now. Oh, absolutely, absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful canyon. Oh, here's another species of gooseberry. Oh, I think this is Ribes aureum. Let me get back to you. Time to consult the field guide. Actually, I think this is a currant. Let me get back to you in a minute. Alright, so I consulted my field guide, and it's the native plants of San Diego County, and it definitely didn't have a match. The closest thing this would be to the vouchers inside of the field guide would be Ribes quercitorum, but that's a mountain desert transition shrub. This one, I think, is Ribes aureum or gracillimum. It's one of those. It's definitely not in the field guide. Because the other currants, most of the other currants and gooseberries have whitish to purplish or reddish flowers. This is one of the few with yellow flowers. I think Ribes canthariforme might be similar, Moreno currant, but I think this is Ribes aureum, I believe is what this is. I'm going to go with that for now, but I'm definitely going to get back to you on the putting some text on the screen. I was wondering when I was going to run into something like this. This has got yellow flowers. This is a currant. So it's closely related to the gooseberries that you just saw in the previous clip. It's a relative. So currants and gooseberries are in the genus Ribes, R-I-B-E-S. So this is Ribes speciosa, fuchsia flowered gooseberry. And you can see here, it's starting to develop its gooseberry. Kind of gets swollen there. This one is a currant, also in the genus Ribes. They're going to get more of a berry-like fruit that's less, definitely not spiny, more smooth-edged. So I'm thinking this is Ribes aureum, maybe Ribes aureum variety gracillimum, but let me look it up on the computer and get back to you on that because I didn't see a listing for a plant matching this description in the coast foothill areas. So we'll see. Every time I turn around, something else cool happens. And there's more of it growing over here right next to the fuchsia flowered gooseberry. It's probably one of these summer deciduous species that sheds its leaves during the summer drought. Almost certainly. But here's more of it right here. Because I was thinking, if I found out exactly what it was, which I'm pretty sure of what it is, but I'm not going to say 100%, that would have been another spotlight video for today. Well, just means I'm going to have to come back and film one on it. All right, well, I'm telling you, keep finding more awesome stuff. Well, I'll see you down the way again. What an incredible day I'm having out here. This is just an incredible day. It's so weird how I missed that plant on the way out. So a lot of times, I got to be paying attention on the way back because I'll find something I missed, and it happens almost every time. Like this cute little olive tree right here, Olea europaea. Nice little young olive tree growing here. Really cool. Not native. Here more Baja chorus frogs. Love these canyons. All right. Let's see what else pops up my way. Okay, I'm getting ready to cross the creek again. So I gotta just watch out I don't step on anything, if you know what I mean. So the last thing I want to do, especially today, just being careful, making sure there are no frogs to step on. That's the last thing I need to do. Why chance ruining a perfectly beautiful outing? And this is where I saw the chorus frog earlier today. That's really cool. All right, let's go ahead and get around this. Oh, some more arrowweed here too. Bouquet ceracea. There's more of it here. Mule fat, one of mule fat's relatives. How amazing. I was hoping my little buddy was going to be here again. Well, I got lucky once. I'm just going to appreciate that. Just appreciate that. Okay. Probably not going to film much on the way back, but start heading this way. All right, start heading this way. All right. Pretty soon it'll be time to wrap up this awesome hike. All right, coming up on my last stretch here. About to get up to Marjoram Avenue very soon. So this will be the last clip of the day. Been to quite a few of these canyons. I must say, this has been a great experience. Fantastic experience. It's a great canyon to visit.